I think one of the most crucial ways that teaching in Belize will change how I am in the future as a teacher is really being able to accept and appreciate each child for who they are and what they can bring to the classroom. For example, before I went to Belize, it was hard to look at a classroom of 21 students and really say, each one of these is different, but they all have a special quality they can, bring to the classroom. But having a small class in Belize really made me look at them as individual students and unique students, one-on-one, versus I have one classroom. Because I don't think it should be like that. I think it should be I have 25 students that I need to reach, not one classroom that I need to reach.
Think back to one or two experiences that stand out to you that you think you'll always remember, and describe those to us.
Should it be educational?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Probably the most memorable experience of being in Belize for the experience was, sorry, I don't like how I said that. Probably the most memorable experience in Belize was the last day of school where I told my kids goodbye and left them at school. And I was feeling so sad, and I didn't want to go home. I didn't want to go back to the apartment or to the hotel and just be there alone. I went home and was putting on my bathing suit and getting ready to go to the pool, and someone said, "Katy, your whole class is outside on a golf cart." And I was like, "What?" And so I ran outside, and sure enough, they had all my students, all 9 students, and like 2 or 3 parents and my teacher were waiting for me on a golf cart, and they took me to the beach for the day, and we went snorkeling and played on the playground literally until dark. So it was a great experience for me to really see after school them still caring about wanting to see me. I'd said goodbye, I'd told them I'll miss them, but then they came and picked me up, and that was definitely something I'll always remember, is just seeing them standing outside waiting for me.
Awesome.
You want to cry.
I know, me too.
That's great.
Another.
Can you think of one or two people who stand out who will always remember?
It's hard to just choose 2. My students, I really will never forget their faces. I was so blessed to only have 9 students because I really was able to get to know each of them on a very personal level, I felt like, and they were 8 years old, so they still could communicate and talk to me. So choosing just 2, I feel like would be unfair, but the 9 students that I have, I just can't stop thinking about their faces and how sweet they were and what they looked like. That would probably be the most memorable.
Can you think of anyone you met just in Belize who stands out to you and why?
The principal at the school I was at, Miss Addie, she was an amazing person. She had such an interesting story about her life and why she came to be a teacher, and what she's doing in Belize. I mean, she doesn't get nearly enough appreciation or respect for being a principal. I mean, there's nothing enjoyable about that, or maybe not enjoyable, but there's nothing respectful about the position that she's in. And it's unfortunate because she's got a college degree, she studied in America, but she gets no appreciation for what she does, and she still loves her job. And I remember asking her if she could do anything she could do, if she could have any job in the world, what would it be? And she said, "I would be a principal, I'd be a teacher, I'd be here." And so hearing her say that and hearing the joy that she still gets out of going every single day and being there, that will always stick in my head, remembering her and what she said.
So in the short time you were teaching in Belize, just 5.5 weeks, how do you think you've impacted the students?
I think one of the most important ways that I impacted the students was showing them that learning can be fun and that it's not just about opening up a book and reading a passage or doing math problems, straight from the textbook. I think I really tried to plan activities and lessons that were hands-on, they were moving, they were being active, and they were having fun, but at the same time they were definitely learning exactly what they needed to learn. And unfortunately, they don't have a lot of the materials and resources, so the teachers can do that, and without them having the training, it's hard for them. So I felt like I did a good job to go in there and do educational things, but fun. I mean, you could play games in any subject, you can get up and move for any classroom. So I think a lot of the students in there even told me before, I hate math, I don't want to do math. And I would try to plan a lesson that was fun. And by the end, they were like, I love math now. Can we play that star game? Can we do this? And that was something that I wanted to do too. I said that on the first day. I said, I really just want to show you that learning can be fun, and we're not going to open up the textbook. We're not going to do that. So I really think I left my kids with that. Sorry. When I would plan lessons for each subject, I tried to make it so students could move and get up and be active. And when I first started helping with math and teaching math, I had so many students complain and throw their books even and say, I hate math, I don't want to do math, this is boring. And I would purposely plan a lesson that was very engaging and had them moving or at least talking and group work and stuff so that they could enjoy it and still learn. And they thought it was amazing that you could do activities and still learn. And by the end, they would ask me to play this game or do this again, stay in from recess and play this game. And they were telling me, I love math now. I used to hate it, and things like that. So.